Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Mandy and I'm really glad that you are here. Today I'm going to go over planning for productivity in a weekly format. I have a video in the productivity playlist about doing it in a monthly format, and I wanted to show you guys one of my similar ways that I plan, however, weekly instead. So the first thing that I always do is look at our family calendar. I usually look at the calendar I have on our phone, on my phone anyway, but it's an app that my husband and I share. And if he puts something in, I get to see it right away. It even gives me notifications. You may have heard me talking about it before. It's called the Cozy app. It's free, and we just love having something that we can both stay in the know for. You can do lists, grocery lists, all that kind of stuff in there. So we mainly use it for the calendar. And so, yeah, I just look at that. I look at my Happy Planner calendar because most of the time it mirrors our calendar, or at least things that affect me, which most of it does anyways. And then what I do is just make sure that I put them on my weekly spread. It's pretty permanent, so I go ahead and write them in, although as you can see, I have an erasable pen because plans change a lot anyways. But at least I will look at the week and see that those things are happening right away, and then I will end up planning around those things when I get to planning the productivity type of things that I, basically want to get done. My next step is that I will look over or kind of create a brain dump list of what I want or need to get done. This can be made in the dashboard layout, which I am using, but if you are not using a dashboard layout, I usually just kind of use like a half sheet of paper, honestly, any type of paper, sticky note, whatever works for you. And I just make a list of the things that maybe didn't get done last month or last week, things I've been kind of thinking about getting done. I try not to make the list too terribly long. Obviously, we only have so much room on this page anyway, but it's a nice little boundary of how many things you should probably give yourself to do. I also do not include my usual daily tasks on here. You will see me add like meal plan, budgeting, things that I always do each week, but I've been kind of slacking off in my budgeting area and not doing it necessarily every single week like I know I should. So I'm going to kind of add that on here because I want to get it back into a priority. And it really does help us to be more productive in other areas of our lives anyway. So here I am just kind of flipping through my planner looking for any lists that I have made, because sometimes they end up in random spots. Any lists that I have made that are just lists of things that I wanted to get done. I was honestly particularly looking for one. It was like a spring cleaning list, and I know that I left some things off of that list, but I think it's in my April planner. So no big deal. Just adding some things to this list, making a brain dump list for yourself of things that you want or need to get done. And if you have it on the dashboard layout and it's there for you to look at every single day of that week, great. If not, use any type of sheet. Post-it notes work really well on this layout, but any other type of layout, you can just, tape it or have it nearby. Of course, decorating this spread is not something that is super important, but since I had a few extra minutes, I figured I would go ahead and put a couple things on here. I'm going to use these stickers for some things that come up that I need to get done, or doodles or something. I was actually thinking of putting the actual thing I plan on doing in there. So they're just options for me, and it makes it look a little cuter than it did. And I don't know if you noticed, but I put the 13th and the 14th stickers a little high, and I don't know, I just went with it. I hate ripping off stickers because it could mess them up, but that's what it is. And let's bring in the sticky notes now. Just like monthly, I like to use sticky notes. I haven't always used sticky notes, but more recently I have really enjoyed using them because every time I put something pen to paper, it never seems to stay the same. I do not know about you guys, but it just doesn't. Even when I was teaching and I was doing my lesson plans, anything that went from a pen to a paper, thinking it was permanent, just didn't happen. So, sticky notes are my really good friends here in the planner world, and I have actually been really loving using them as well. So what I do is I take whatever sticky notes I have. I'm of course looking on Amazon for cute sticky notes right now because they have become such a regular part of my daily life. But I take the sticky notes that I have, I cut them down a little bit so they fit nicely. I want to be able to put other things in those areas or boxes as well. So I cut them down. I write the things that are on my brainstorm list on these sticky notes. I know that's repetitive. You could probably skip that if you'd like. Whatever you want to do, whatever works. And I end up writing them all down on here. I love putting them in the bottom section. Sometimes I kind of get frustrated with like what I want to do with that bottom section of the dashboard. So I end up like just kind of piling them up in there. And then it's nice because I can end up moving them around or keeping them in there as kind of like my to-do inbox. And when the day comes, I will grab the sticky note that I want to do or feel like doing or have time to do or have help doing, whatever this case is, and I will grab the sticky note and put it under the day, or I will grab the sticky note that day, put it on my fridge or my counter, and get it done and then throw it away when I get it done, because that's like the beauty of that. Like, you know, that feeling of when you check something off your list, it's kind of that same feeling. You're like, sticky note gone, I get to crumble it up and throw it in the trash can. But here you're gonna see me finish out the sticky notes and then kind of just try to pre-plan the week, try to put in each day like one or two sticky notes to see if I can do it. Now, I'll have to let you know over on Instagram if I stick to that or if I end up putting them back in like my little bottom sticky note bank there, because I really like the idea of just grabbing the ones that I feel like doing that day. But before the week comes up, I also like seeing if I have enough room and time to even plug them into the week. So that's what you're going to see me doing. And I also like when I have extra sticky notes, because some things come up that you want to get done and you need to write them down. And having those extra sticky notes stick in there are really nice to have. So enjoy as you see my thought process in plugging in the items that I want to be productive with and get done this week into my dailies. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did or found anything helpful, please hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new and you want to see any more. I post videos Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and some bonus ones in there. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. Have an awesome day. Bye, guys.